November is one of those months that pretends to be calm. The leaves are beautiful, the air feels cozy, the pace slows down just a smidge, and then suddenly you realize Thanksgiving is in 3 weeks. Christmas is basically tomorrow, and every store you walk into is trying to convince you that if you don't buy everything right now, you'll ruin the holiday spirit forever. It's a month where your budget can either work with you or completely turn against you. That's why I treat November as a preparation month, not panic prep, smart prep. I like to stock up on the things that hit their lowest prices this month and get ahead of the predictable stress points. That way, when December rolls in with its concerts, gatherings, travel, and holiday magic, I'm not one of those frantic people in Target pushing a cart full of impulse buys and regret. I am calm, I am caffeinated, I am ready. Hi, my friend. If you're new here, my name is Sarah. I'm a financial coach and the author of the best-selling book, Fundamentally Frugal, link below. Today, I want to walk you through what to plan for and what to hoard in November, so you can glide into the holidays instead of stumbling into them stressed and overspent. Stick with me because in the middle of this list, there's a sneaky emotional spending trap that almost every family gets hit with in November, and nobody ever talks about it. Number 1, Thanksgiving dinner and the second turkey. We'll start with the obvious. Thanksgiving is one of the few times during the year when grocery stores run true loss leader pricing. They know that if they can get you in the door for the turkey, you'll also pick up the pie crusts, the butter, the extra bag of marshmallows because you might make sweet potato casserole this year, and the cute little seasonal napkins you definitely did not plan for. But here's the thing. This is the moment to use that to your advantage. Turkeys are typically cheapest in November, sometimes even free with a certain dollar amount purchase. So this is where we get smart. Buy 2. One for Thanksgiving Day, of course, but then buy another one while it's cheap. Stick that second turkey in your freezer and save it for January when everything feels gray and heavy and morale is just a little low. There's nothing like pulling a whole turkey out of the freezer in the dead of winter and saying, we're doing a full Thanksgiving meal today. It's cozy, it's comforting, and it's a meal that stretches into leftovers for days. Turkey soup, turkey pot pie, turkey sandwiches, all on a month where grocery prices tend to be higher. And the turkey isn't the only thing to stock up on. This is when canned pumpkin is the lowest it will be all year. The same goes for broth, flour, sugar, stuffing mix, spices, evaporated milk, sweet potatoes, and even those fried onions we all pretend we don't eat by the handful straight out of the can. If you do any holiday baking at all, pies, cookies, breads, casseroles, this is your month to build the pantry. November is a stock the house month, not in a panic way, in a calm, future-focused way. A way that says, I care about January me. It's not about hoarding food. It's about building a cushion of comfort so the winter months feel supported instead of strained. Number 2, holiday baking ingredients. Buy now, bake later. Let's talk about baking in a little more detail. You and I both know December baking hits differently. It's nostalgic, joyful, and honestly, it keeps us sane. But also, I know how quickly that joy turns to stress when you're standing in the baking aisle at 6 p.m. on a Tuesday, hunting for vanilla extract that's somehow sold out everywhere else except that one tiny organic artisan 2-ounce bottle that costs $14.49. This is why November is your baking month. Chocolate chips go on sale, flour goes on sale, walnuts, pecans, almonds, all at their best prices. Butter is cheaper, flour is cheaper, sugar is cheaper. Even the cute sprinkles and cookie cutters start appearing. Here's what you can do. Mix and freeze the cookie dough. Make gingerbread dough, peanut butter dough, sugar cookie dough. Form it into logs or discs, wrap it in parchment and plastic wrap, and freeze it flat. Then, in December, when it feels like everything is happening all at once, the holiday concerts, the snowstorms, relatives are visiting, and kids or husband asking last minute to bring cookies for something at school or work, you can just slice and bake. And you look like a peaceful domestic goddess, when in reality, you're a woman who planned ahead because November you was thinking of December you with love and compassion. Even if you don't consider yourself a baker, having the staples on hand means desserts, treats for holiday gatherings, and we need something cozy tonight moments don't require a grocery store trip. And yes, homemade is cheaper, but even more than that, it's simpler, it's slower, It reconnects you to your home in a way that feels grounding. November is when we prep for joy later. Number 3, Christmas gifts. Start now, not December 18th. Let's be honest, shopping in December is mostly running around hoping to find anything that might just work. It's not thoughtful, it's not enjoyable, it's panic. December shoppers don't pick gifts, they settle for gifts. Now, I used to think I liked last minute shopping, though I was being present and in the season. No, I was overwhelmed, stressed, grabbing whatever was left and absolutely spending more than I meant to. So now I make November my gift planning and gift buying month. It's calmer. The stores are still stocked. Shipping still arrives on time, and the sales this month are real, especially before the holiday chaos hits full swing. And here's the magic. If the shopping is done by December 1st, the entire month shifts. Instead of rushing, you get to enjoy. You get to sit and watch the movies. You get to bake the cookies because you want to, not because you feel obligated. You get to notice the small moments, the tree lights, the warm house, the quiet evenings, because you're not out at Target at 9:30 p.m. clutching wrapping paper and despair. Finding gifts in November is not just a budgeting choice, it's a lifestyle choice. It's choosing peace. Number 4, winter coats, boots, and gloves. If you live anywhere with real winter, like I do, up here in upstate New York, winter does not ask for permission before it arrives. One day you're wearing a sweater and drinking cider, the next you're scraping ice off of your windshield with a rewards card because you forgot your scraper in the garage. November is the moment to check your winter gear. If your kids need snow boots, buy them now. If someone has grown out of their coat, replace it now. Gloves, hats, scarves, get multiples because these things vanish like socks in a dryer the moment the snow hits. And here's the frugal reality. Once the first big cold snap hits, prices are going to go up. And then you're desperate, and desperation is expensive. You want to be the person who already has the boots when the first snowstorm arrives, not the one who's driving to Walmart with the heat blasting and wet sneakers on your feet. Set your house up for warmth and ease now. Winter is long, and comfort is worth planning for. Number 5, electronics and tech upgrades. Every year someone says, I'll just get a new laptop in January. And every year January comes in and that same laptop is at least $150 more than it was in November. This is the month where laptops, tablets, headphones, TVs, gaming systems, and smart home gadgets hit their lowest prices. Not hype pricing, actual discount. But here's where we stay smart. We don't buy electronics this month just because they're on sale. We buy them if your device is failing, it's something already planned for, it improves daily life or work, it's replacing something worn or outdated. This is a month for intentional upgrading, not, ooh, shiny. If your laptop is your livelihood, your homeschool hub, your family calendar, your everything, replacing it now while the prices drop is not indulgent. It's strategic. It's supportive. It's setting your household up to function smoothly in the new year. And we're not chasing deals. We're choosing wisely. Number 6, kitchen appliances for winter cooking. November is the month when your kitchen becomes the heart of the home again. Once the cold sets in, we naturally shift into soups, roasts, casseroles, slow cooking, meals that make the whole house smell like comfort. And here's the good news. This is when kitchen appliances and cookware finally go on real sale. Not the 10% off a $400 mixer kind of pretend sale, but the big markdowns on slow cookers, Dutch ovens, roasters, air fryers, stand mixers, and even sheet pans and casserole dishes. I always say, if you're someone who wants to cook at home more to save money, you need to make the act of cooking feel easy and inviting. And that doesn't mean buying fancy Pinterest kitchens. It might just mean getting the right tools. A good Dutch oven will last decades. An air fryer makes vegetables actually exciting. A slow cooker turns tough, cheap cuts of meat into tender, cozy dinners that stretch for days. These tools make frugal food easy, and when something is easy and comforting, you'll naturally more likely to stick with it, especially during the long winter months. Think of it this way. November is your chance to set up winter as a season of warm, simmering meals that save money and bring everyone together. Not takeout because you're exhausted and don't know what's for dinner. When you invest in the right tools while the prices dip, you're really investing in your future weekly budget, your time and honesty, your peace. because nothing feels as good as a pot of soup on the stove when the wind is howling outside. Number 7, wrapping supplies and shipping materials. Let's talk about something incredibly unglamorous that will absolutely wreck your budget if you ignore it. Wrapping supplies. By the time December rolls around, gift wrap tapes, gift bags, shipping boxes, tissue paper, bubble mailers, stamps, all of it is more expensive, and stores know you're desperate. And there's nothing more personally offensive than paying $14.99 for a single gift bag because everything else has been ransacked. This is where November shines. The shelves are full, prices are normal, or even running light promotions, and you still have the mental bandwidth to think it through. The best time to save money on Christmas wrapping is December 26th last year. The second best time is November. Now, I like to create a little wrapping station in a handy caddy that hangs. One kind of tape I actually like, one good pair of scissors, neutral wrapping paper that works for multiple holidays, some gift tags, and bags that I can reuse. And if you're mailing gifts, get your shipping materials now. The post office line in December is where patience and budgets go to die. Well, I ordered Christmas stamps last year when the forever stamp prices were set to increase. I am all set. November you is proactive. December you is joyful and already done. Number 8, toys and kids gifts. Here's the truth that big box stores never want to say out loud. The absolute best toy prices of the year are not necessarily on Black Friday. They happen quietly in mid to late November. That's when the early holiday sales hits and retailers drop prices to get you spending before the frenzy. If you shop for kids or grandkids, now is the time to make the list. Also, check the clearance aisles in the toy section of your favorite stores because they're trying to clear out the shelves in order to bring the new toys in for the holiday season. I got some really great deals on a few toys for the grandkids for Christmas this year. Think about the kids in your life, what they love, what they're growing out of, what they're into right now. What do they actually need? Then budget with intention. No guessing, no grabbing whatever they have left in the aisles 2 days before Christmas. That's how gifts turn into clutter, not joy. And here's the other thing. Kids don't care so much about how much something costs. They care that you remembered who they are. If your granddaughter is really into drawing, a nice sketchbook and colored pencils mean more than the latest toy craze. If your grandson loves dinosaurs, a dino encyclopedia and a fossil kit is going to blow his mind. Thoughtful beats expensive every single time. November is when you can take time, pay attention, and buy gifts that land in the heart, not in the landfill. Number 9, fall candles, decor, seasonal home items. November 1st clearance. The day after Halloween is like the Super Bowl for cozy home lovers. The pumpkins, the fall wreaths, the apple cider candles, everything drops 50 to 80% off because stores are trying to clear them out fast for Christmas decor. If you love making your home warm and inviting, and I know you do, this is when you build your seasonal bins. If I were a decorator, I'm not. Here's how I would do it. I'd buy for next year in November. I'd write the year on the tote, tuck it away, and forget about it. Then 9 months later, when September comes around and I would open that box, it feels like past me left present me a little love letter that says, here, I made next fall easier for you. No one visiting your home in 2026 will know that your beautiful fall table runner costs $4 in 2025. They'll just know it feels warm and intentional. And that's the heart of frugal living. Beauty and comfort without the financial stress. Number 10, cozy bedding and winter blankets. November is nesting season, or what I like to call hibernation. This is when you pull out the thicker blankets, switch to flannel sheets, and start thinking about how much time you'll be spending at home during the winter months. And when you're home more, everything feels more meaningful. Your bed, your living room, your morning routine. A cozy home is not a luxury, it's a lifestyle strategy for winter. Stores know people are nesting right now, so they run soft goods sales, throws, comforters, flannel sheets, Sherpa blankets. These are the things that make winter feel soothing instead of bleak. And I'll tell you right now, a warm, soft, inviting home will keep you from overspending outside the home. The more joyful your home feels, the less you crave restaurants, events, malls, outings, or distraction spending. Warmth is frugal. Comfort is frugal. Taking care of your environment is frugal. Create a home you want to be in and watch how naturally supports your budget. Number 11, luggage and holiday travel gear. Even if you're not flying anywhere this year, November is when travel starts to become very real for a lot of families. Maybe you're driving to see relatives. Maybe the kids or grandkids are coming home. Maybe you're hosting, and that means sleeping arrangements suddenly matter. This is when you figure out if your suitcase wheels are still attached or if you've been pretending that your duffel bag is just fine. November is when retailers drop luggage prices before the big holiday rush and before people start panic buying whatever's left. If you've ever tried to replace a suitcase in December, you know it's like shopping inside the aftermath of a tornado. The good ones are gone. The cheap ones feel like they're made of tissue paper. Everything is overpriced and underbuilt. But in November, these sales are steady and the choices are still good. And this isn't just about suitcases. Think packing cubes, life-changing if you're an overpacker. Travel pillows, cooler bags for road trips, reliable thermoses for coffee on long drives, or even just replacing the one toiletry bag with the broken zipper you keep tolerating. We both know the one. And if you're hosting, November is the month to grab things like extra pillows, blankets, a guest towel set, or even a cheap mattress topper to make the pull-out couch less painful. You're not just preparing your home, you're preparing the atmosphere. Everyone always remembers how they felt in your home. November is how you create that warmth before the doorbell even rings. Number 12, cold and flu medicine stock up. This is the part of the year when someone in the house has a cough, season begins. And I don't know how it works in your home, but in mine, if one person starts sniffling, it spreads like a group text message. And nothing, I mean nothing, is worse than realizing you're out of cold medicine in the middle of the night when stores are closed and everyone is miserable. So every November, I do what I call a medicine cabinet reset. I pull everything out. I toss what's expired. I restock the basics, daytime cold pills, nighttime cold syrup, cough drops, throat spray, saline mist, tissues, electrolyte packets, and the tea no one drinks unless they're sick. But it's magically exactly what you want when you are. And I'll say this because I love you. Check your thermometers. Don't wait until you need one to find out that yours is a dead battery or hasn't worked since 2019. If your household is on Medicare, Medicaid, or your insurance offers over-the-counter credits, November is the month to use them so you're set for winter. It's one of those tiny, unglamorous acts of love that says, I'm taking care of us before we need it. And that kind of care always pays off. Number 13, charitable giving and food pantry support. November is a month of gathering and also a month of remembering that not everyone has enough. Food banks run their largest drives now because need is highest going into winter. And they can stretch $1 further during November grocery deals than any other time of year. Also, with the threat of SNAP benefits on the fence, nobody knows if those benefits are going to be available in November. Food banks and food pantries are probably going to be really busy. If giving is something your heart leans toward, this November is the best moment to do it in both impact and affordability. This doesn't have to look like a cart overflowing with food. A few extra cans of soup, a box of pasta, some peanut butter, a pack of socks for a shelter, it all matters. And I'll tell you something I've learned. When money feels tight, giving something, no matter how small, reminds you that you are not powerless. It reconnects you to abundance instead of fear. It grounds you back into community and purpose. It's not about being generous because you have extra. It's being generous because your heart is soft and aware. November is the month where we anchor ourselves back into what's real. We take care of each other. That's what community is all about. Number 14, coffee, tea, cocoa, and cozy drinks. This is my personal love language category right here. November is when I build out my cozy drink cart for the winter. Coffee, flavored syrups, chai, herbal tea for bedtime, cocoa mixes, marshmallows, cinnamon sticks. All the little things that turn an ordinary cold evening into something gentle and warm. And yeah, you can absolutely stock up at Aldi, BJ's, Sam's, or Costco and save a fortune. A $6 box of seasonal tea that lasts a month is still cheaper than a single cafe latte. And when you have a cozy drink ritual at home, it does something quietly magical. It makes home feel like a place you want to be. And when home is where you want to be, you naturally spend less going out, wandering stores, or chasing comfort in ways that cost more. Your home is your winter sanctuary. Let your kitchen be a part of the comfort. Number 15, something just for joy. This one isn't about stocking up. It's about remembering you. November is often where women, especially moms and caregivers, start to disappear into holiday logistics. lists, gifts, meals, plans, schedules, hosting, managing, caring. I want you to choose one thing for this month that is just for joy. A new candle, a sweater, a favorite book for winter reading, a day where you ignore the to-do list and do something that fills you back up. Not because it's practical, but because it's needed. But because you are allowed to feel good while managing your life. Frugal doesn't mean self-denying. Frugal means intentional, pared down, clear. Joy is part of that clarity. You matter in the story you're building. November sets the tone for the entire season ahead. When you stock your pantry, prepare your home, choose gifts intentionally, and care for your future self, you're creating a holiday season rooted in peace instead of pressure. So here's your gentle challenge. Pick 3 things from this list that would genuinely support your family, save money, and save your sanity this month. Budget for those. Let everything else go. I'll be here in upstate New York, second turkey tucked safely into the freezer, cookie dough chilling, quilt throw over my lap, candle lit watching the leaves turn into snow while I write out my Christmas cards. Gratefully, I choose slow and steady over rushed and frantic. I want that feeling for you too because December is coming and we are not going in unprepared. And if this video spoke to you, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and watch this video next.